Smith. Based in the Bracha, the Mitzvah Shem, we should see that we can see the Pearl Mamish at 770 left, 770 is alive, based on the Babel, Mikdash Ma'at, and this should be the beginning, the Sicha, the Chovas of the whole Harabayas that are Nispashet to the whole area of Yerushalayim, and Yerushalayim to Nispashet the whole, thank you, the whole Eretz HaKodesh. אני רציתי לדבר בלשון הקודש, אבל אני ביקשו ממני לדבר באנגלית, אז אני אדבר באנגלית. אז אני אעשה קצת תרגום אחר כך בלשון הקודש, אבל אתם תבינו מילים מהלב של הרבי שלנו. הרבי spoke with great passion, but when Rabbi Atzen mentioned, but we can find this is brought to our attention in the minor Basilagani from the Frierdiker Rebbe in Elisiyah Daled. It says over here, Elisiyah, I should tell you, it says over here, if you look inside, I'm sure, that the poet Lashon Kodesh here, V'yechelus kol adam v'adam, gam ha-poshet b'yesel yada zeis, shereya yudolis havaya. The Yechelish Shekol Adam Adam, it's in the possibility of every single human being to see this, to see the greatness of the Eibishter. This is the Nakunda of Basi Lagani, my friends. Now, you're going to ask me, what's my motto, or how could I say Basi Lagani is about the non-Jews? I want to tell you that there's a story in Eis Vav from the Rebbe's Maimer Tafshin in Aleph, and he explains the great Abbas Yisrael of each one of our Rabbeim, and he says this should make it easier for me to love you over there. Like I think we say before davening, Hareini Kabbalah Alai Mitzvah Aseh She'ahavta Lecha Kamecha. Before we start speaking to other Yidden, I also want to say Hareini Kabbalah Alai Mitzvah Aseh She'ahavta Lecha Kamecha, that the word should be divided Yitzin and Alev, and Nasim Alev. The Rebbe tells a story about the Alter Rebbe. The Alter Rebbe was, as everyone knows, on the Shabbos Yom Kippur, he took off his palace and he went to he went to the edge of the town to help a Yeledis, a woman who just gave birth, that she should have wood, chopped wood for her. He lit the fire, he made warm the home, he cooked food for her, that she should have hot food to be able to take care of her newborn. And we all think that that story has to do with Abbas Yisrael. We should all be better, more to love our fellow Jew, go to any extent to help a Yid. But the Rebbe in Tafshin Mem Daled, Yitzchak Kislev, was revealed the real Penimis HaKavanah of this story. He said that the intention of this story about the Alter Rebbe, which every for bringing tonight, and last night told the story, I'm sure, the real intention of this story is to let you know that there's non-Jews in the world that need your attention. They need my attention, they need your attention.
Weil der ist der Homerli Jid. Sagt ihm, sich ein Jid, wie ist ein größer Land, ein größer Tour, und gar nicht schach ist zu sagen, weil damals Meile, Ketere von dem alten Leben, wie das Mimor, aber Afal Piquet soll zu wissen sein, dass sie doch Goyim in der Welt, wo sie wissen noch nicht, dem Gedel Haini von Sheva Mitzvah in der Jahr, darfst du tun, es hat tolle Boch, aber der Goy, sein die Kagoy, ist nicht mehr Chiv, sag mir geil, ist mit zwei Sachen Chiv in Teil. Der Goy darf sich nicht mehr geil sein. Adrabe, will sich mehr geil sein, darf man geropren. Was mit darf aber Joton, mit darf sehen, soll mit keinem sein Sheva Mitzvah in der hebt auf eine Gewalt. Was ist Man weiß, was vernimmt. Sagt Taschrin, sagt Tilim, lernt Chsides, und lernt Niglo, Mephisiadus, Mephzamayonis Nutzer. Mit Amol kommt eine Walbel, Herzachai, es ist da ein Goy-Welt, will gar nicht wissen, was ist da Goy. Da hebt und sagen, das, was der Rambam hat gesagt, nicht er meint man, nicht den Tag meint man, nicht den Jahr meint man, nicht den Mord meint man, nicht den Medina meint man, das wird Mashiach zu kennen. Lebe schuft in Askin. A viele, die, was das über seine Schach ist, der Teilentober, kein Mal nicht gehabt zu tun mit Goy. Sagt man, lebt aber in Agas, was dort die Glas trägt, a Goy. Was der Goy kann sein, nicht mehr kein sein, als Schäbe mit in der Nähe. Oder eine von sie. Als wie halt von dir. Und halt das, wo du wirst ihm sagen, Mensch, das mit der Nehme ist, gefühlt ein paar Minuten und reden mit ihm und mit einem Übersetzer oder allein und sagen, als ist ein Mensch und beschaffen geworden, mit Zellem Elikim, Moses Roda. Und der Ewigste hat ihm gegeben, Schäbe mit in der Nähe, soll mit keinem Schäbe mit sein, Schäbe mit in der Nähe, mit die Sieben. Aber du Gewalde bist, der Wahl wirst du davon zunehmen von deiner. Das war aber ein Mitzwisch als Mann grom. Der Goy von keinem anderen wird nicht glauben. Wie mir sagt das bepasst. Darf geht der Fall, was kommt nicht an zum Goy. Darf geht der Fall, was hat von ihm kein Parnasse nicht. Nur hat Parnasse beten nachher, auf von ihnen, von dem Babischen direkt für Chulu. Und beschaß der Riech kommt ihm zu gehen. Und sagt ihm, voll Pivas, hat mit ihm nie gehabt zu tun, hat jemand sehr. Aber sie wird sich der Wus, kann sein, dass massig wohl sein, kann sein, dass Galvinen, kann sein, dass Gaslenen, und sie sagen, mit keinem hat Zivui von dem Mäbischen, als darf ihm abgeben davon. Und damit kann auftun, und das, was der Zweite wird, nicht können auftun. Kommt zu gehen, und der Sipper und der Zeh, du darfst nicht treten, neue Wegen, und das ist der Derech. Und nur bei jedem Lefinjone. Als wie zu kein größer Nisoin, weiß wie nicht, wird beistehen, und dann gegeben auch Kolpon in dem Nisoin. Und demut wird sein, weil Lekim Niso, Ladascha, Ma Yeshcha, Mevi, Mesavai, Lekeichen.
And the Rebbe goes on even further, and he says that you are the only one that can reach the non-Jews. And this is based on a pasuk in Zechariah, in pasuk 8:23, where he says that there's going to be 2,800, 10 from among the nations are going to come and grab your tzitzis of every yid. And then the Fortune all say this is 2,800. You have 2,800 non-Jews in this world, each one of you, that is waiting for you to come and teach them. It may be the person on President Street, or on Union, or on Lincoln Place, or in Bangladesh, or in the Bronx, or in Gaza, or in Ramallah, or in China. But those people, every one of those people is waiting for us to come and teach them. And the Rebbe says, very clear language, he says, you are the only one that could reach them. Because, my friends, that's the Seid of Mashiach. The Seid of Mashiach, Melech Mashiach, is that he needs every single one of us to reach the people. It's not going to be done through technology. Technology is the key to a makif. But the previous of the limit of Torah of the Yemais Mashiach is going to be from a Yid teaching 2,800 non-Jews. This is, my friends, what the Rebbe is indicating to us is the way to Mashiach. We have to understand that all the pinchas we have here, 2,000 people here by Hashem 10 years ago. If you calculate it, 2,800 for each one of us is 3,600,000 non-Jews that are represented that I'm speaking to right now. And I want to suggest that the Novi, the Rebbe brings this on a mind where we talk to them, this exact Novi, that it's not sneers for a woman to grab the tzitzis of a man. So when he says 2,800 non-Jews, it means heads of households, which means coming with that non-Jew is a wife, and because he fulfills the mitzvahs and he learns from you what mitzvahs apply to the non-Jews, he has 10 kids at least. So that's 32,000 non-Jews for each one of us. That means there's 32 million human beings right now here in this room that we are reaching by saying these words. And Hashem, I want to encourage you with a few examples. how you can do this. The Rebbe says that this should be taken literally. Someone saying, shh. I think that there's a lot of important things to talk about. I'm not offended, but I want to suggest that you're going to hear something here that the Rebbe is saying to each one of us, that you have an opportunity to hear this and take this out tomorrow, tonight even, and to change the world. This is the real bringing Mashiach. The Rebbe says to learn Shar HaYichud V'Amunah with the non-Jews. And I can speak from personal experience what it says in the minor of Reshis and Torah, that that the first time I came to understand the meaning of the words of Shayach Amuna when I taught non-Jews. The words are so pashut. There's people here who were here before who have written great Perushim of Shayach Amuna, but it's very, very simple. And when you teach a non-Jew, you will come to feel that the Eibishter is creating you. Hagadol means that he's creating you and me with intentional love at every instant, from nothing into something. Because that's what the non-Jew wants to hear. His life matters. He is here for a reason. This is the message that the Rebbe wants us to tell. And this is the message the Rambam wants us to tell, and Moshe Rabbeinu, and Avraham Avinu, Yitzchak Avinu, and Yaakov Avinu. This is the message of the Torah. The message of the Torah is that every human being is essential. Always. For every moment. Also, the Chidah, the Rebbe brings down this nice of the Chidah, that a non-Jew who's mufresh from Shituf, because Shituf is forbidden for a non-Jew. A non-Jew is only allowed to Hamanas Alakus, to believe in Yuchad Hashem. And the Chidah told the non-Jew to say Shema Yisrael Hashem Eloheinu Hashem Echad in the morning and at night. Arak Nidabek Havaya Elokei Yisrael. Every non-Jew that we pass that is not on this level is a reflection on our commitment to Mashiach. The Rebbe says in that Ma'ayin HaSicha from Yud Kislev, Hamdalet, he says that this mitzvah, there's a mitzvah in the Torah, Taf Reish Yud Gimel mitzvahs, and there's an additional mitzvah that we have to teach the non-Jews, and this the Eibishter is giving to us to test if we really love Hashem. If you learn Sefer Mitzvahs, you will see that a way to test if you love Hashem is if you're so excited about the Eibishter that you're talking to the non-Jews. If you are not talking to a non-Jew on a regular basis, it's a reflection on where my love of the Eibishter is holding. If I love the Eibishter, says the Rama, I will be talking to the non-Jews in non-stop excitement, and this is why the Rebbe said it's a test. Do you really love the Eibishter? And I want to suggest that the Rebbe is telling us, he's hinting to us, this is a test. Are we really committed to being Chassidim of the Rebbe? Are we really committed to doing what the Rebbe wants? And we are. So I have, and I'm only telling you this, you can see this as an example. I want everyone to start a website. You can copy my website, rabbismith.org, and you see a rabbigreenberg.org, and a rabbiabson.org, and a rabbieverybody.org. And in that website, a non-Jew could sign up to fulfill the prophecy of Zechariah 8:23 and say, Rabbi Smith, I'm grabbing your tzitzis. I want to be connected because the Yidden are here to bring the message of the evidence to the Eibishter to the world. And there's people, literally non-Jews from around the world that signed up. 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, I give a shir. I was able to publish 2 sforim. One is the Rebbe's Sichos and Letters and Shabbat that 25 years ago in the office downstairs. We started the Nusayim Research Center, Vatni Gomel Legrula. This is the Rebbe's Sichos and Letters and Shabbat that Mr. Noach. Mr. Shabbat is going to come back into print soon. And what's now the Ata office downstairs. And also I was able to be involved in publishing Rabbi Yonason Shleif, who was the art based in Budapest. The Rebbe very much wanted this printed. Dinei B'nai Noach. It's a whole sefer on Sheva Mitzvahs B'nai Noach, showing how all the mitzvahs of Emunah apply to the non-Jews, mitzvahs B'nai Noach apply to the non-Jews, and the mitzvahs of Elazar and all the other mitzvahs going into great detail. He writes in 1933, Tafshin Pei Gimel, Tzaddik Gimel, he writes that he wants all the non-Jews to understand what they need to know, and that the Yidden should know also, so they're not a michshol to the Goyim. They should not cause a Goy to stumble by not knowing the right thing. But so I give a share to non-Jews around the world in this Sefer, and a number of them are Germans, and their grandparents were SS officers, and they've done, families have done Shuvah, and they now come and live in Shtayf. This was his intention. My daughter started an after-school program. If you listen to the siddhos of the Rebbe on Chinuch, you'll hear the Rebbe squeeze in that everything he's saying about Chinuch applies to the Chinuch of non-Jewish children. They need to be raised to know those in Eibishter. The world of my daughter, working together with me, started an after-school program in northern New Jersey for non-Jewish children who come to learn what they're obligated to know. And one of the things that a non-Jew must believe is that Eretz Yisrael was given to the Yidden. This is a mitzvah on the non-Jews to believe that Eretz Yisrael was given to the Yidden. The whole Sefer Bereshis in the first half of Shmos was written for us by Moshe Rabbeinu for this conversation to explain it to the non-Jews. So we want to share now. What that looks like, my friends, is speaking to the non-Jews. When Mashiach is going to come, the Rebbe says that Iker Chiddush of Melech HaMashiach is the non-Jews are going to know about the Eibishter. Beis Hamikdash, Kashrus, Tefillin, we all have that already. But there's going to be one occupation of the entire world that's going to know the Eibishter. And we have the opportunity to start that now. Our sole occupation can become to know the Eibishter by teaching every single human being. The Rebbe writes, I published here and I found later on many other letters that the Rebbe wrote saying that if the non-Jews of Europe had been, the world in whole had been observing the Sheva Mitzvahs, there would not have been a Holocaust. And the Rebbe said that also from here. Someone told me that it was here that the Rebbe said it's urgent that we teach the Sheva Mitzvahs, something like that, Chas v'Sholom. But it's very clear the Rebbe was writing in the past, and the Rebbe saw when he asked that the Arabs be taught Sheva Mitzvahs B'Nino, he wanted to present October 7th. So there is no mystery about what happened on October the 7th. October the 7th is the product of the world without spiritual leadership on a person-by-person basis. You cannot delegate the education of any human being to any place or thing or person other than someone that teaches Torah. The end result will be October the 7th, and every person in the world is capable of what was done on October the 7th. Every human being detached from the knowledge of the Eibishter has the potential, Rahman al-Islam, to do exactly that. There was nothing shocking that happened on October the 7th. That is a human being acting without an Eibishter. And who's the one in the world to connect them to the Eibishter? It's me, and you, and you, and you, and all of us, because the Rebbe says, I am the only one that can do it, and you are the only one that can do it. And the Rebbe answers all the excuses. There are no excuses. It's all been answered. I see a Rebbe Absalom standing up. But I want to, you'll see he has a lot of people on his team that can probably all carry me out together. We want to share now. We don't want to stop now. We want to start. The Iker deception, my friends, of the Golos, of the exile, is to get us to believe that the world and the non-Jews are hostile to the Eibishter and they're hostile to the Yidden. Anytime you read a headline about anti-Semitism, people being against the Jews, hostility to God, it's all 100% the shtus, the klipa. Because the Rebbe teaches us and Hasidus teaches us that every single human being only wants to know the Eibishter. And that's what the whole Mimer is coming to the end of it. The Mimer says that we're not despoiled from the sheker of the world. We see the emes. We are not spoiled from what the news tells us and people tell us about anti-Semitism. It's a falsehood. There is no anti-Semitism. It's all invented to scare us to be quiet. We have to go louder and louder. Every human being is going to be revealed, the Rebbe says, in a Maimer from Hanukkah, as an unlimited wellspring of divine wisdom. The pshat of the Baal Shem Tov's Yafutza Manasecha Chutza is not merely that the wellsprings will touch that person and make him wet with the wellsprings of Hasidus, but he will be revealed himself as a wellspring. That's what Rebbe explains the Baal Shem Tov. The last point I want to emphasize, thank you, Shema Mitzvahs. Now, these cards are wonderful, but they cannot do the job. You have to learn with them Shar HaYichud Amuna 100 times until you understand it and they understand it. You cannot suffice with giving out cards. And that's why the Rebbe turned down most of the brochures, because they don't do the job. You cannot make an Erlich non-Jew from giving him a brochure. You have to sit with him and learn with him and his family and teach them until the entire generation knows that there's nothing besides the Eibishter. It's all about personal interaction, my friends. And I want to say the bracha, placing the bracha, on the finish of the bracha, that the 30, you have to feel right now that there's 32 million people, human beings in this shul, and the Beis Hamikdash, Beis Tefillah, Beis Torah, Beis Magados Chasadim. 32 million people in here. Whatever the wildest dreams about expanding 770 are, is nothing compared to the reality. Now, when we all show up in 770 with our 32,000 Talmidim, that is what the Beis Hamikdash is going to look like. Because it says in the Novi that all 8 billion people are going to come to Yerushalayim and to the Beis Hamikdash every week, every Rosh Chodesh. And my tefillah is that Mitzvah each one of you will start tonight. Every Farbrengen should change whatever you plan to talk about. This is the Rebbe's Bakasha, this is the Rebbe's tefillah. He sees that this is the way to make Mashiach unfold, is to just make the non-Jews reveal what they already know. There's nothing besides the Eibishter. That's what Mashiach looks like. That's what the Gula looks like, my friends. There is nothing, there's no complicated secret to Mashiach. If we reveal what is already there, we have 8 billion allies that all want us to be bringing this message into their houses, to their children. So L'chaim, L'chaim, this is the Rebbe's tefillah. I'd like to hear from everybody, including in Cincinnati. Share I'm giving Hashem now, and we should be able to know that we are each one making every single human being recognize the Kabbalists of the day that made Mashiach now.